Well, this looks promising. Looks like we've put the place to ourselves for the moment. One, two, three, up. There you go, how about that? Pretty cool. Okay, so here's our lunch today. We're going to have a couple of wraps. We've got some shredded chicken breast with mayo and a bit of nice smoked cheese and some lettuce. I brought them from home, and we'll just pop a bit of extra mayo down on that and a bit of pepper and salt. There's lunch. Right, so put on a bit of mayo, give it a spread around. Bit of lettuce. Now it's not too wild, it's still reasonably fresh actually, so considering the weather we got here today, that's really good. Now a bit of chicken. So we get about half of that. You can see all that there. Spread that up onto that. It's a bit short on that side, so we'll give them a bit more. Well, what I like about these, the dairy, something I've used in another video too, you can peel them off here, get a couple out, and then they'll reseal again. So you don't get hard cheese, which is great. So we'll get a couple of these on each. Excellent. And that, lovely people, is going to be lunch. I think we've got a couple of visitors coming who are going to try their luck, because it's just after the school holidays. And they probably think they're going to get fed. Well, I've got some news for them, and it's all bad, unfortunately. Lovely little mallard hen. Ah! You go in there. No! There's another one over here. bit of a laugh really, isn't it? In Canada they yell at bears, over here we yell at ducks. Now don't get me wrong guys, I actually like ducks. Confit duck is really nice, and Canard l'Orange is very nice too. But have them wandering around the campsite, begging and stealing food, isn't. Well, we're back again. That was a really nice lunch, enjoyed that. And the camp's nicely set up. You've seen me just setting up my bed and odds and sods. I've got that little raised stretchery thing. The ground's still a bit cold, so I'll just get me up off the ground a bit more, which helps helps a little bit at this age. But no, all set up. Looking forward to a good night. The weather is brilliantly warm. Didn't bring shorts, possibly should have. But I didn't record much of the trip coming up. You've seen quite a bit of the road through to here. We are again back at Lake Tutira, and we will hopefully be able to get around and do those walks which we couldn't do the last couple of times. The time before last it was closed, well both those walks were closed, and last time I had quite a major gear malfunction. So I was only up here, like the whole trip was 3 hours from home up to here, then back again. So my wife has given me strict instructions today. I'm not coming home till tomorrow. So that's all good. This is pre-European time, or possibly when Europeans first started coming up through this area. Māori had a fishing village there, it's quite seasonal. And they fished for the eels in Lake Tutira here, what they call tuna, and some of them are absolutely huge. I've seen a few. I used to kayak and fish a bit up through here, and some of them I saw down in the water really would make you nervous if they were going to be aggressive. I did see one brought out, a guy brought one up when I was staying at Wairoa one night. We're up there shooting, and he brought this thing in, and it would have been the length of my body and probably that round easily, absolutely easily. A huge eel. So yeah, there's some very, very big eels in there. So yeah, there's quite a few nice trout as well as. Yeah, gotta love it, don't you? No? What a backdrop. Righto, tonight's dinner is going to be our smoked fish mornay and some mashed potato. Sounds very posh, doesn't it? But in actual fact it's fairly easy. So what we have is a little bit of kippers, which are smoked. Old John wears kippers, and we're going to make a little bit of a mornay sauce out of that. So I've taken all the juice out of them, and just a little bit of water. And in here I have a little bit of flour. So what we'll do is just thicken that up a little bit. That up on the heat. Get that warm. Starting to get ready, so we'll break that cheese up a bit and stir it around, and that is really starting to thicken up. A little bit more water in there. There, we pop the fish. Just let all those flavours go in together. And there you have it. Well, very shortly will. Mix that through, heat it up. Check the seasoning again in a minute. Now while that's going, let's just pop it along, nubbling away there. That looks really good. Let's try a little bit. Try a wee bit. That's pretty damn good. That is yum. So I don't know if you can see that. Over there, so I'll kick them over. That is good. Now, that's out of there and into here. And a bit of salt in there, bit of pepper, and that is dinner. And by the taste of that before, that is absolutely yum. So there you go. Mashed potato, smoked fish mornay. See you soon. Well, that was really nice. I haven't made that out here before, and I haven't made it like that before either. But that's definitely going to be a go onto the main menu. Well, that'll be a keeper. We'll be doing that one again. So at the moment, I'm just having a cuppa. I'll get my dishes done in a minute. And such a gorgeous evening out there. I'll just pan around for you. And the lake out there's just stunning. Beautiful. And the wind has dropped right off, which is really nice. Now, our verse today comes from the book of Genesis. It's chapter 1 and verses 21 and 22. And that says, "So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that moves, with which the waters abounded, according to their kind, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." So here we are today. The track is open. Yippee! So we'll go for a little bit of a wander around and just see what we can find. A lovely little lake, deserves a good walk. It's part of Lake Tutira, and in the background, I'll just zoom in a little bit, go across the causeway there, and there's Lake Tutira behind it. Well, once again, there's a whole lot of kayaks or canoes and kids. And by the sounds of the yelling and carrying on, there's a lot of captains and not many crew. But anyway, that's kids and they're enjoying themselves and learning skills. That's fantastic. We're going to need a lot of chips and eggs to go with those girls. Now this will put it into a bit more perspective. Lake Tutira is only a small lake in comparison, but if we pan around here, you'll see straight across the causeway there is Lake Tutira. It's a very pretty little lake. Officially it only takes about 20 minutes to walk around. With me stopping and starting and videoing etc. it takes a bit longer than that, and it will be for you too if you just stop and look at the different things. Right, there we go. That's mission accomplished. Really pleased. Walked around Lake Tutira, as you would have seen. Just got back. It's about coming on for 1 o'clock in the arvo. So pretty tired. It was a good little stroll, quite warm, and so I'm just having a bit of lunch. A couple of wraps again, salami this time, and a cup of tea. And then I'll start packing it down. Yeah, Sandra and Nick just packing down now and heading away. I think they're spending the night in Napier and then heading back for Wellington. Very nice people. It was great to meet them. Big shout out to you guys. Hope to catch up on the road again sometime. But in the meantime, I'll have my lunch and I'll see you on the road. Well, fare thee well, Lake Tutira and Lake Tutira. What a lovely overnight camp that was. Met some nice people and finally got to walk around the lake, which was really good. Good to see the new little chucks, the goslings and the cygnets that were there as well, and the ducklings. So everything's alive and well here at Tutira. Highlights. Where do you start? Probably the amount of bird life. I don't know how many species of birds that I heard or saw, but you've got to be looking at 20 plus, I would think. Food wise, it's got to be that smoked fish Mornay. That was really nice. Well, the pseudo smoked fish Mornay, you could say, but still really nice. Enjoyed that. Downside, 2 little bits of gear failure. One, my camp stretcher finally bit the dust. Has a 2 or 3 supports let go during the night, but I can't complain. I've had it 20 odd years and it's done a lot of service. So being a Scotsman, I should write a letter of complaint to the powers that be, but I don't think that's going to get much traction. And the other thing was my pillow, a little blow up pillow. This is my glamping accessory, and that sprung a leak as well. So we were down and back to the oh, here's old Mama Duck for some ducklings. Very cool. So we were back to the old fashioned way as you did when you're backpacking. I used my sleeping bag cover and stuffed it full of whatever clothes I could find, and that was my pillow. Not like back in the day, you put your boots in first and then put in your parka and hope like heck it was going to be soft enough. So it wasn't quite to that extent. But again, a great camp. So until next time, thanks for watching. Don't forget to ride free, and of course, God bless.